What is the real distance between the heavens and the earth, in the name of God, the most gracious? Travel through the land and observe how He began creation. Then Allah will produce the final creation. Indeed, Allah is over all things competent. Praise be to Allah, who raised the sky and built it. Prayers and peace be upon the best of creation and the sweetest of them, our Master Muhammad, and upon his family and all his companions. Peace be upon you, and the mercy and blessings of Allah. Welcome to the course, How Creation Began. If we want to talk about the distance between the earth and the sky, I will divide it myself. Between two approaches, the approach of Islam, the Holy Quran, and the noble hadiths, and the approach of the empiricists and space agencies. Is there cooperation between religion and modern empirical science regarding the distance between the earth and the sky? Follow this episode to find out for yourself the answer of modern empirical science on this matter. O people of empirical science, how far is it between us and the sky? They say that the distance between the earth and the sun, which is the closest star to us, is 150 million kilometers. Then they said that the dimensions of celestial bodies are very large. They used to talk in millions, then they said millions. Then they said that the matter is much larger than the mind can conceive from numbers, so they invented the light year. They said that light travels at a speed that is the highest speed they have known to this day according to them. They say it travels at a speed of 300,000 kilometers per second, and therefore, it travels in a minute at a speed of 18 million kilometers. As for an hour, it covers a distance of 180 billion kilometers. In a single day, it covers a distance of 25,120 billion. Then they said that the closest star to us is 4 light years away. 4 light years. Nay, there are stars that are millions of light years away from us. Millions of light years. Then they said that the closest galaxy to us, which is Andromeda, and you do not know what Andromeda is 2.5 million light years away. To put that into perspective, 2.5 million light years is 24 quadrillion kilometers. This is what they are claiming. Do you still remember the speed of light? The speed of light is 300,000 kilometers in a single second, and the closest galaxy to us is 2.5 million light years away. This is what they are claiming. So how far away are the furthest stars from us? And how far are the furthest galaxies? The empiricists want to direct a message to us. They want to tell us that these are the dimensions of the closest stars and galaxies that they want any wise person among you to think about and ponder. So what is your response? This message has been passed down to us by a vast gathering of Muslim scholars, and they confirm to us that everything the empiricists say has indeed been proven by their science and is not just an assumption. But if we ask, what is their evidence? They would not utter a word. You might ask yourself, what drives the empiricists to say this? They want to reinforce the concept of infinity. When they were confronted by dense crowds in ancient times, Iblis, Satan, taught them to alter the naming, so they began to throw out those mind-boggling numbers and invented terms to increase the distance. They began distributing millions, even billions, to stars and galaxies, and every day they come out to us with billions of stars and galaxies that no one has seen. No one pays for out of pocket, and no one calculates or measures their actual distance. They are just thrown out, randomly without proof, evidence, knowledge, authority, guidance, or an enlightening book. Only some hypotheses and theories about which their top scholar said, "Before you lies a vast array of different theories. So choose from them whatever you wish." He says, "But personally, I do not place my trust in them." He says this while his colleague says otherwise. Thus, space exploration ended in a state of confusion, and they want us to be confused and skeptical so that we do not reach the core truth, or at least to deny the words of Allah and the words of His Messenger. Their goal is for us to abandon the book and the sunnah and take from their confusion and ambiguity, even though they know it is a deception. As for me, I record here. I record a testimony that I am obligated to uphold, which is to declare them liars. This is to distrust everything they have said about the kingdom of Allah, and to believe Allah, His Messenger, and the people of knowledge in the early, blessed generations who did not deviate from the word of Allah and the word of His Messenger. Here is the Islamic truth about the distance between the earth and the sky. The first hadith. Imam Ahmad narrated from Al-Abbas bin Abdul Muttalib, may Allah be pleased with him, who said, "We were sitting with the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, at Al-Batha, when a cloud passed by. The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, 'Do you know what this is?' They said, 'A cloud, Sahab.' He said, 'And al-muzan, rain clouds.' We said, 'And al-muzan.' He said, 'And alanan.' Then he said, 'Do you know the distance between the sky and the earth?' We said, 'Allah and His Messenger know best.' He said, 'Between them is a journey of 500 years, and between each sky to the next sky is a journey of 500 years, and the thickness of each sky is a journey of 500 years. And the seventh sky, between its bottom and its top, is like the distance between the sky and the earth. Then above that are 8 mountain goats, angels, between whose knees and hooves is like the distance between the sky and the earth. Then above that is the throne, and Allah is not unaware of any of your deeds." The third hadith. Al-Tirmidhi narrated from Abu Huraira, may Allah be pleased with him, who said, "While the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, was sitting with his companions, a cloud came over them. He said, 'Do you know what this is?' They said, 'Allah and His Messenger know best.' He said, 'This is the cloud. These are the water carriers of the earth, driven to a people who do not thank Him or call upon Him.' Then he said, 'Do you know how much is between you and it?' They said, 'Allah and His Messenger know best.' He said, 'Between you and it is a journey of 500 years. Then he said, 'Do you know what is above that?' They said, 'Allah and His Messenger know best.' He said, 'For above that is a distance of 500 years' journey,' until he counted 7 skies, between each 2 skies being like what is between the sky and the earth. Then he said, 'Do you know what is above that?' They said, 'Allah and His Messenger know best.' He said, 'For above that is the throne.'" These are narrations, dear beloved brothers, narrated by a vast gathering of hadith scholars, including, as I mentioned, Imam Ahmad and Al-Tirmidhi. It was also narrated by Ibn Abi Asim in the book of Sunnah, and Ibn Majah and Ibn Khuzaymah in his Sahih from Abu Dharr al-Tabarani narrated something similar. However, there is a narration by Abu Dawud, which was authenticated by Ibn Khuzaymah, in which the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Pay close attention to this narration, as it differs from the previous ones." He said, "Do you know what is between the sky and the earth?" We said, "Allah and His Messenger know best." He said, 1, 2, or 73 years. And he continued until he counted 7 skies. Then the rest of the hadith is like the previous narration. In the earlier versions, the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, mentioned that the distance between the sky and the earth is a journey of 500 years. In this narration, he mentioned that the distance is a journey of 71, 72, or 73 years. And what a massive difference there is between 500 and 70. So how do we reconcile the two? Ibn Hajar said in the commentary of Al-Bukhari, "The reconciliation between the differing numbers in these two narrations is that the 500 is understood to mean slow travel. Walking on foot or riding camels, and walking on foot is roughly equal to the speed of standard land travel, while the 70 is understood to mean fast night travel and the postal courier, Barid, on a horse, which covers 7 times what a regular traveler covers, as is well known. 7 times 70 is close to 500. It is clear from the hadiths that the measure of travel here is walking on foot or on camels, which are nearly equal in speed, as I said. The narration of 70 is applied to a fast rider. The meaning of the hadiths is that between us and the lowest sky is a journey of 500 years, and between the lowest sky and the second is a journey of 500 years, and between the second and the third is 500, and so on until the 7th sky. Every single heaven is 500 years. These are hadiths found in the books, but they do not explain them, and if they mention them, they weaken or falsely interpret them. I know some will say these are weak narrations, while some scholars authenticated them and others weakened them. If you search the sources and references, you will find that some authenticated them and others weakened them. They will say, "How do you know that 500 years means human travel?" As if I did not just mention the commentary of scholars like Ibn Hajar. We will not even concede that it means 500 light years, according to their alleged years, of which you don't know who invented them or how they calculated them. Even if, for the sake of argument, it were 500 light years, where does that stand against their claim that the closest galaxy to us is 2.5 million light years away? I will prove the distance of 500 from the Holy Quran and what eliminates doubt and hesitation in the next episode, if Allah wills. May Allah bless our Master Muhammad and his family and companions.